guys, it's Will.
And I'm Mike.
With 80s Nerdgasm. Back with another episode of Versus. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. We have the ultimate Christmas showdown here, and I think I put this up. I put this up on Christmas Eve, and then it rolled over into Christmas. The battle of the ultimate 80s action Christmas movies. It is Lethal Weapon versus Die Hard, and the poll that we put up is John McClane versus Martin Riggs.
Yep.
I think that these results, well, okay, again, we're not telling people how to think about this. So if it's character versus character, Die Hard being the more popular movie, John McClane got 62%, Riggs got 38%. I understand that, right? If you're talking about a fight, this is a ludicrous result to me, and we can get into that in a minute here. I honestly, just to break this down between you and me, like who we both like and why, I think I prefer Lethal Weapon.
In terms of just the movies, I think I do slightly prefer Die Hard, although these are two really good action movies from the 80s. I think I prefer Die Hard a little more than Lethal Weapon, but I think it's funny because actually both of these movies, the first few sequels in the series are pretty good for both of them.
They
and
are,
then they just go off the rails. But
Die Hard 4 is good, though.
That's like every
But Die Hard 5 is just, it's like you can't even know what you're watching. It's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what we're in terms of what we were saying, if they were just in a fight, it'd be ludicrous because of Riggs' background.
So here's the thing. This is very interesting because I went on I've said this before in our videos, but I was a huge fan of the Lethal Weapon movies when I was a kid. I saw Lethal Weapon 3 when I was like maybe 89, and then I went back and watched the other ones, and I loved them. And Die Hard I came to later in life, but I remembered that Riggs had been in Vietnam. So I went and Googled it, and his backstory is that he was a CIA assassin during the Vietnam War, special forces, became a cop.
All that stuff.
So I put that in the description of this post, and I was like, guys, come on, seriously. Someone got on the comment and was like, actually, if you pay careful attention, in the first Die Hard film, John McClane has a special forces tattoo. Right? So I went and I Googled this, and I don't know what a Special Forces tattoo looks like. I'm not a military expert. And he does have a tattoo on his arm because I just watched Die Hard like a week ago. And I looked out for the tattoo because we had that comment, and I was like, oh yeah, he does have that tattoo. But there's nothing in like the official kind of canon of Die Hard, and there's like those Fanpedia pages where
he's got some kind of background, but
it doesn't say anywhere that he was in the military. And this is the thing that makes me suspicious about whether or not, according to official Die Hard lore, he was in the Special Forces. In Die Hard 2, the bad guys are all Special Forces. And it's never mentioned, but because John McClane knows that. And never mentions, oh, I was Special Forces, oh, I know someone who knows these guys. Like, whereas the Martin Riggs backstory is very clear, Special Forces CIA assassin.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, there's no way in hell that John McClane would beat, that just like a New Jersey cop would beat him in a fight.
I mean, we were just taking what we know because I don't think someone would just get a Special Forces tattoo just to say they did.
But is it in Die Hard 2? That's the thing.
I can't remember.
Is it just like, was it just some makeup artist who was like, this tattoo?
But we just have to say what we know versus what we don't know. Yeah. So if they got in a fight, probably the trained CIA assassin would probably win. Plus, they're both badass in their films, so. With some comments. Riggs got put in a straitjacket, thrown into the ocean with weights tied around his body and got out. John McClane, no. But John McClane did tie
he did a lot of crazy
hose
stuff
to the thing and flew and broke through the glass.
The amount of injuries that he sustains in Die Hard 3,
so many times.
When he slides down that giant metal thing and it like rips him open all of it, yeah, it's insane. Riggs, and it's not close, Riggs, Johnny Mac gets, but again, like when the people say like Riggs, it's not close, they're obviously talking about fighting. When they say John McClane gets my vote, they're probably just talking about I prefer this character.
Yeah, or Die Hard.
This one says I love John McClane, but he's got nothing on Riggs. Well, and that's the thing. It's interesting to me that like, because if I think about these movies from when I was a kid, in the late 80s, early 90s, reputation-wise, they were both extremely popular, and like a lot of people I knew had both of them on VHS, and there were movies that everyone watched. Now it's not even close.
Yeah.
Like people don't even talk about Lethal Weapon, and Die Hard is like
there was a TV show.
Right, but what I'm saying is every year at Christmas time, people are talking about Die Hard, and no one is like Lethal, because Lethal Weapon also takes place at Christmas, right? Like I think Lethal Weapon is kind of remembered as this whatever action franchise, and Die Hard has become this like iconic cultural like landmark.
Well, what do you guys think? That's the kind of.
That's basically the breakdown.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Which one do you prefer? Riggs or McClane?
And which movie do you like more? Die Hard, Lethal Weapon. Tell us why. The why is very important.
Yes.
Tell us why. My name is Will.
And I'm Mike.
And we will see you next time.